You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter.
What is going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chairshot Sports, a Sport Coin affiliate, as always, running on Zoa Energy. Nice to see you folks 2 nights in a row. Last night we were here for NXT Rewind, and tonight, last night was NXT. Tonight's the big leagues. We got Raw and SmackDown. We're going to be talking about the Elimination Chamber. This is the Elimination Chamber prediction show with yours truly, John Anthony. Thank you so much for joining me. If you give me 1 second, actually, just taking a look here. It looks like X is having some issues with putting on, getting these out. Hold on a second. Share it. It's not going to let me. Don't know what's going on. Share the post. You know? Don't know? All right, we're trying. See if this works. All right. Well, let me see myself live doing this. All right. Well, hopefully it works. All right. Well, again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. As always, this is a very interactive show, so feel free to drop some comments. Let me know how you're feeling about everything. Elimination Chamber is big, guys. I was talking about it last night. The road to WrestleMania is feeling a little dismal. Not as excited as I usually am for everything. But hopefully they got some surprises. They got some stuff in store ready for everybody. And Elimination Chamber. The biggest thing is, I'm going to kick it off with this. Who's in the box? Who is in the box? I'm not going to lie. I was one of the first people, like when it went down and everyone got so excited. Obviously, the first thoughts were, obviously a debut, popping out of a box, almost like a countdown. This guy over here is holding the clipboard. Looks like a list. A lot of people got excited. A lot of people thought it was Chris Jericho. Then Fightful comes out. A lot of people come out and talk about how he's still locked up. The contract is still frozen over in AEW. So we have to assume it is not Chris Jericho. Next day I heard that. I had thought a little bit about it. And another guy that was rumored to be thought about maybe jumping ship, maybe getting out there, getting into another place. Very evil, very nice. Danhausen. And from what I'm hearing, he is right now the odds-on favorite to be the guy coming out of that box. How he's going to get responded to in WWE with that audience, I don't know. Obviously a lot of people know who he is. He's very big on social media, huge on the indies. He's obviously a very recognizable face. For me personally, I would like the evil Danhausen. But I think I just don't want it to turn into some kind of R-Truth comedic kind of routine, which I have a really, really sinking suspicion that's what it's going to turn into at first. Just get people notarized with him, got to get familiar, and then maybe go on the evil Danhausen run, start to collect people's teeth and things like that. So for me, if it is Danhausen, I mean, I've been a fan for a long time. Got the privilege of meeting him a while back. Cool guy. And I think he'll fit in well as long as he's built up the right way. I know he gets people look at him as just a comedic act and things like that. But I really, really do think, he can be something. Mid-card, I can't see him being a world champion. No offense to Danhausen. But right now, you just kind of see him being a mid-card guy. But I hope they build him up the right way and give him a fair shake and let the fans, they dictate. If they're cheering for Mr. Iguana, they're definitely going to like someone like Danhausen. I'm just saying. Well, let's jump into the match. What's going on, Casper Reed? Thank you so much for jumping in. Appreciate you. Doing all right. Thank you so much for sharing some time with me tonight. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with the before chamber matches where, these outcomes of these 2 matches beforehand are kind of going to set where we're going moving forward on the road to WrestleMania. So let's start with the, ladies first. Let's start with Becky Lynch and AJ Lee going for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is probably one that was up in the air the most for me out of the 2 championship matches before the chambers. On one hand, obviously a lot of people talk about AJ Lee not being around. Is she going to be able to be on TV? And Becky Lynch just got that belt back. To take it off of her and to put it on AJ, I get it. We're in Chicago. It's the hometown feel. It's a feel-good moment. WWE is about the moments. Obviously, CM Punk is there. He's going to be backstage. His wife winning a championship, I think, would be amazing with him there. Um, but then I think about it, and is this going to be the end result? Right? Do we do something here? Nefarious tactics on either side from either woman going in, getting that victory with whoever it is, and then do we have another match at WrestleMania? If that's the case, if that's what we're setting up to, because the promos were good, the build-up was okay. I like what they tried to do with it, getting the two out there, and AJ kind of showing that Becky is probably actually really scared of her and knows that she can take that belt from her. But then I thought about it, and that actually makes more sense when we talk about AJ Lee, and we talk about her being around and being on the road, being on the shows, leading up to an event. That's what sells it for me. And again, you have the moment, you have the feel-good moment of you. I mean, not to get into if CM Punk does win, we'll talk about that in a minute. If he does retain, now you have a somewhat power couple. Both get to be champions for the 7 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. It's cool. It's great. They're coming out together. They're laughing about it, having a great time, rubbing it in Becky's face. Obviously, Seth isn't around yet, but that'd be cool to throw their face down the road. So, but it goes to me about AJ Lee, what everyone's been talking about. Will she be around? Will she have enough to be on the road? Now, if Becky retains and we run this back to WrestleMania and Becky wins again, that just is really crapping all over the AJ Styles. The AJ Lee character, and why even ever come out there if she's just going to be a punching bag for Becky Lynch. It is curious. I was thinking about that. Does Seth come back before? I mean, they are talking about the Masked Man. Now, a lot of the issues that are going on with the Vision right now, what is going on? I feel like you want to talk about pivoting. When Bronson Reed went down, I'm pretty sure there was a very hands-on, all hands-on-deck meeting in Stanford the next day, talking about what they're going to do. Because I guarantee you that Masked Man sooner than later is going to be revealed. And if it was going to be Seth Rollins, it's going to be Seth not wrestling, still healing up and getting ready to be in a WrestleMania match against somebody. I'm guessing Logan Paul from the Vision. So back to AJ, back to Becky. So the way I see it going down is actually the point that everyone is making about will AJ be on TV? Will she be willing to put that time in? So I do think she wins Saturday. She takes that belt from Becky, parades it around, gets to walk around with Paul. Phil walks around with it, and they run it into WrestleMania. Becky gets it back, whether it be nefarious or not. Seth, by that time, is back. Helps her win the belt back. So, but Saturday, AJ Lee, new women's Intercontinental Champion. Great. Chicago, they're going to blow the roof off the place. Chicago is going to be celebrating tonight along with her and Phil. Just loving life and being a great power couple. They're going to be, the social media posts are going to be wild with the two of them. But I have AJ Lee here taking it from her, but I think they run it back to Vegas, probably a night one joint, and Becky gets that link back and gets her belt back as well. So now let's go over to the men's. The other title match of the night, we have CM Punk taking on Finn Balor, defending his CM Punk defending his World Heavyweight Championship. WWE could have done a funny thing here and actually had Finn win this. CM Punk maybe wins it back going into Mania. It seems you have that almost 2 month span to get the belt back. But then this is finally, with the OG music coming back and just the way they've perceived and shown the character this past month and a half, ever since him and Finn, Punk and Finn went one-on-one the first time, and just the way they've shown Finn battle. You can see the internal battle. He's obviously hearing it from the Judgment Day. They don't like him. They don't want to be a champion. They want to help him be a champion. He doesn't want any help. This is finally, I think, where we get Finn breaking away. Finn has talked about this being his last run. He's not getting any older. Younger. Getting a little older, longer in the tooth. Still in phenomenal shape. Can still go in the ring without a shadow of a doubt. So for me, Finn is going to lose this match. CM Punk is going to retain. And I don't think a lot of people are calling this just a throwaway match. Just something to fill in because we know CM Punk needs to get to Mania with Roman Reigns. But at least this match makes sense and tells a story and kind of ties up some loose ends and actually tells the story of the match that Finn is going to be in Vegas, in my opinion. This is going to be where someone, either whether it be Judgment Day altogether, maybe it's JD. I do think Dom comes down, ends up costing Finn, or just a full out turn on Finn Balor. Whether there's something going on, beforehand, they show something um, during the PLE. They have a exchange of words in the clubhouse. Something gets said, and either Dom inadvertently costs Finn, and this leads into the spiraling. And finally, they show Dom in the back, kind of, the way they do the anonymous on NXT. They kind of have the background of Dom being like, yeah, I cost it to him. I want him out of the Judgment Day anyway. But at the end of the day, Finn gets screwed from the Judgment Day, which I think finally leads to him leaving or getting ousted, however you want to look at it. And CM Punk retaining, going into WrestleMania, night 2, defending against Roman Reigns. I'm so excited. Like, this being my first WrestleMania I get to go to, man, this card is going to look amazing. Say what you want about the storytelling and the builds to some of these matches, man, but I am so excited for these 2 nights. It's going to be so good. I'm so pumped for it. And I'm here for all of it. The pivoting is going to be definitely telltale. How they get out of that, as far as the Vision taking all the L's right now, I don't think they pull anyone up. I think, not for nothing, they become kind of a tag team right now. Braun is out. Man, they were saying 4 to 6 months with the hernia, depending after the surgery. Now Bronson Reed, it sucks, man. That's a really crappy hand to be dealt this time of year. I think last time this happened, I want to think, I think it was pre-COVID, maybe 2017, 2018. I can't remember the Mania, but it was just like everyone was dropping like flies. I think Orton went down, Rock went down. He was still kind of in there a little bit. People were just dropping, and they had to just rewrite almost the entire card. That was the one night. So, yeah, Punk wins here. Finn Balor gets screwed over by the Judgment Day, whether it's blatant or inadvertent. I think that segues Finn going for Dom, taking that title off of Dom. Finn getting the Intercontinental Championship, just getting a little taste of gold. Donkeying that up probably a month or 2 after, giving it up at a PLE. And I think Finn finally gets that run. Whoever has that world championship, maybe it is CM Punk. I mean, we're going to talk about Mania predictions down the road, but maybe it's Reigns, because again, he did beat Roman Reigns his first night there. And again, to run that back, talk about long-term storytelling for Finn to bring that up and challenge Roman Reigns if he's the winner of night 2. Or maybe it is CM Punk and Punk retains, and then Finn's like, we got unfinished business. We're running this back, man. I'm coming for that belt again. But I think Finn gets that one more shot sometime in 2026 and gets his hands on some world championship gold, whether it be on Raw or SmackDown, and finally get that run that he's deserved for such a long time. So with those 2 out of the way, we have the Elimination Chamber matches. Now, the one thing everyone's been talking about for weeks, possibly months, is how predictable WWE has been, whether it be Monday nights, Friday nights. Tuesday nights have been shaking it up. I mean, just look at this past Tuesday. Everyone's dropping belts except for JC Jane, and she needed a hell of help to keep her belt. So it's just like Raw and SmackDown are definitely a little stagnant. You can kind of see it coming, and this is why. So if you listen to me and you're like, this doesn't make any sense, I'm thinking out of the box. I definitely think there's some people in Stanford thinking out of the box as well, because I think they, again, look at the ticket sales for WrestleMania, because people think they know who's going to be in the main event. They need to drive the narrative. They need people to get excited. They need to shake some things up. I think the Brock Lesnar LA Knight stuff that we're hearing, I think that's thrown out the window. People heard that's LA Knight just getting screwed once again. Yeah. Again, over and over again. Again, LA Knight was a victim of circumstance. This man came up in the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time of coming up and being in the Roman Reigns bloodline era. No one was getting that belt off of Roman, man. Nobody. And just that was a bad time for LA Knight to be coming up here trying to get himself some championship gold. So, again, ladies first. Let's start with the ladies, and we'll get into the men's. So, obviously, we know after this past Monday, Liv Morgan is taking on Stephanie Becker for the World Heavyweight Championship over on Raw. So, that leaves who is going to be challenging one Jade Cargill. That's Cargill, Dom. Cargill. For the WWE Women's Championship over on the Blue Brand on SmackDown Friday nights. We have Tiffany Stratton, we have Rhea Ripley, we have Alexa Bliss, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Now, a lot of people are already in the books, betting money, hard-earned money. Paychecks are being thrown out there. They're being bet down. What's going on, my boy? Woo! Cheese Talk. What's up, baby? We got to get together and talk some NFL, man. After our last time we got together was the preseason. We got to get back and talk about how it all shook out. I know I had some of my predictions in. Thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate you. A lot of people are putting their money down on Rhea Ripley, and that's understandable because again, it's Jade Cargill, right? You look at someone like Alexa, you look at you look at Asuka, even a Kiana James, tall but not built. Jade is a powerhouse. Whoever's gonna be taking her down needs to be the realistic stuff, right? So on the same token of that, I don't put my money on Rhea Ripley. I put my money on Raquel Rodriguez. Again, I've done this before when we've done PLE prediction shows, and I kind of put it all in my picks in one basket sort, if you will. Because again, we have the Finn Balor stuff going on with Dominic. That shoe's going to drop. Now over here, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Both are going to have a title shot. Now, I know what you're saying. That's a little stupid. I don't want to see it's almost an all Judgment Day WrestleMania going down. I know, man. I'm telling you, everyone's putting the money down on Rhea Ripley. I'm telling you, she's the sexy pick. I get it. I want to see her in Jade too. But again, you got to shake it up. You got to push the new narrative. And again, like you saw last night, I'll go back to it. If you didn't see me last night on NXT Rewind, go check it out. What I talked to you about, a lot of people that lost their belts last night, I think was for a reason. You're going to see some call-ups in the next 2 to 3 months, especially you're going to see the night after WrestleMania, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, and obviously a draft coming down the road as well. So you have a lot of those things coming, and a lot of these networks, the CW, Netflix, even USA, they want these folks. They want them in. They want the ratings, and they want them up here wrestling. So last night was no fluke. All these people, even in Ethan Page losing that North American Championship, it was definitely by design. It was not a fluke. It was not coincidence. So Rhea Ripley, awesome. Now, huge Tiffany Stratton fan, always running on Tiffy time at Chairshot Sports. I just think, again, you need to push someone else, get someone else in the narrative. It's nice to see Tiffany still maintaining, ever since she's come back, still maintaining her main event presence. It's good to see. Alexa, I want it for her. I really do. I can't see Alexa versus Jade at WrestleMania. I can't. Nope. Again, in wrestling, we just totally let believability out the window. We totally just let it go. It's totally disbanded, right? It's wrestling. It's for the underdogs, the little people, the littler people. Person can always win, right? I just think at this point in time, I can't. You're looking, you go, okay, well, Jade's going to win that. It's not going to get the excitement and the buzz that you want. Asuka. I love Asuka, man. I wanted to get out of the kabuki stuff. I wanted to just drop that, get back to what she was doing, what brought her to the dance when she was first here, when she was champion, and just putting on bangers. And she still does when she's in the ring. She's an amazing worker, amazing wrestler. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the kabuki stuff. And then Kiana James, man, dude, you're looking at somebody who's currently still a year of an appreciation post on X for this young lady. I've loved her since NXT. I loved her when she was gone. I loved her now she was back. Before anything changed to her, loved her then. I still love her now, man. She's the business baddie. I've been a fan for a long time. Obviously, I'd love to see her come out of this chamber and go against Jade. You kidding me? If she wins this and go on to WrestleMania and become the new women's champion over on SmackDown, oh my God, let's go. Shut up and take my money. But I think at the end of the day, Liv gets her shot. And they were doing a little tease with the Rumble, right? So you kind of put that in the back burner. It's still in the back of your head. It's sitting there. That they had the little, again, Raquel was, again, what people forgot that's going to get shown in the vignettes and in the packages leading up to Mania if this happens. Raquel wanted to say something. Liv was like, let's address the elephant in the room. And Raquel was like, you're right. You know what? Let's address that. And I forgot who came out during the segment. And it might have been Stephanie. I forgot. who it was, but Raquel had something to say and never got to say it. She's pissed she got eliminated, that Liv has that shot. Why not put both women? And again, Raquel and Jade, let's go. That would be a hell of a match. Does Jade still have some flaws when she wrestles? Absolutely. Someone like Raquel who's gotten so much better than Mike, so much better in the ring, man. Big mommy cool, baby. Gotta love it, man. I'm here for it. I think it'd be a great. So for me, Raquel Rodriguez walks out of that chamber with a win. And again, it's Liv. Not both of those ladies are going to win. We'll talk about that when we get closer to WrestleMania and our predictions and stuff like that. But it's both of those women, again, leading to the demise and the breakup of the Judgment Day. Creative has got to be over this. They've done a great job of building these stars, done a great job for Dom. He's coming to his own. Raquel has done such an amazing job. Look what it's done for Rox. She's just flourished in this group. Obviously, Liv is like just the centerpiece of the entire group. And JD, it's done great things for JD as well. The crappy thing is, I mean, JD's kind of got to go somewhere else. Does he end up mending the fence with Finn Balor? If he has nothing to do with Dom, does he go with Dom? So we'll see what happens. But let's stick with just the PLE this Saturday. Who's coming out of the chamber? I think it's Raquel Rodriguez, and you kind of look at both of them looking together. And then whatever happens after Mania, one's holding the belt, I can't see both ladies walking out of there with gold. So we'll talk about that a little later as we get closer to the big event. Raquel Rodriguez, that's my winner for the women's chamber. That's who's walking out a winner. All right, so let's go to the men's. All right, so this one is tough. And again, I think if you ask someone right now, if I had asked someone right now, watching right now, hey, you are meeting who? I'm sorry, Cass, who are you meeting exactly? I just mentioned a lot of women. Are you meeting Raquel? Is it Kiana? Unfortunately, I have not had the privilege of meeting any of these women yet. In my long career of a lot of meet and greets, have not met any of these young ladies. I've met AJ Lee. She's amazing. But current ladies have not met them. But yeah, I'm curious to see. It is see, you would be meeting Kiana, man. I am so jelly, man. I'm really hoping she gets picked up by the big event and does some meet and greets down the road. I'm really hoping for it. She's such a star. And I know there's this stigma. I mean, I got my own thoughts on it. I know she went and got some great work done. She looks amazing now. She looked amazing before. I mean, I get it. Tiffany, same thing. But Kiana really is great at what she does, and she's really underlooked. And I really hope in 2026, once she's done with the Julia stuff, they get her out there, get her in, because she was great in NXT. Did some great stuff. Eventually, she'll lose. I hope she keeps the business baddie persona. Kind of drops the purse and the brick and the big, the big Versace Gucci purse. Get that out of here. She's just great at what she does. And I really hope she's showcased in 2026. They really don't let her get lost in the sauce. And she becomes a contender. Maybe start her mid-card, get her that Women's U.S. Championship, get a strap on her. That just came out so wrong. That's going to get clipped. Someone is going to clip this. Get one of those belts on her so she can walk around, feel it, see how it is. Zarya, that's a whole. I was talking about that last night, man. That woman, again, I think Soul's going to get a call up. She's definitely a night after WrestleMania. Definitely draft pick, but I think she's definitely night after WrestleMania. I'd love to see her on the blue brand for me personally. When that time comes, we're definitely doing a mock draft, I should say, for both Raw and SmackDown, and obviously NXT. NXT needs to be involved as well. I think this year we need to stop ignoring them and just using them as strictly developmental. They're doing amazing numbers now at the CW, really killing it. And I think they need to have some just desserts to get some cool mid-carders down there, maybe one or two headliners. So we'll talk about that later on. So back to the men's. Congratulations, Cass. Enjoy Kiana, man. Let her know about tell her she needs to follow Chairshot Sports. Let her know she's got the appreciation post out there. Tell her to check X. Tagging her every day, baby. I think we're coming up on 346 days, so we're almost done with it. Let her know. But I appreciate that's amazing. Congratulations. That's cool stuff, man. So back to the men's, and again, like I was saying, the men's. I think if I ask someone here to give me their check, who's going to win? I have a pretty good idea who you're going to tell me you think's walking out of that chamber, right? Again, I think that's not going to be the case. I've heard the reports of this massive 6-man match at Mania, and Drew having to take on pretty much everyone in the chamber, which is wild. Except add in Sami Zayn and somebody. It's. I don't think that's the way we're going. I really, really don't think. Oh my God. Thank you, Cass. That's the elephant in the room. Everybody and their brother thinks it's Cody Rhodes. I did for a while too. But again, we've seen it on Unreal. And again, I talked about it last night. If whatever you like, AEW, WWE, whatever it is, these guys got burners. TK got knocked for one. Okay, Trips has one. Nick Khan has one. Okay, all these guys have burner accounts. They're all out there. And they tell you they're not listening, they're listening. It's like when everyone tells you not to panic, that's when you panic. When Paul Levesque's out here telling you, we don't listen to these people telling me that, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Maybe not everything, but when you see things and you put your finger on that pulse and you're trying to get a temperature of the room and it's cold as hell. Yeah, no, bro. No. You pivot. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. I guarantee you that's going to happen Saturday night in the chamber. So let's get to it. Randy Orton, LA Knight. Yeah. Cody Rhodes, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Jey Uso. Now, we all know it's not Jey Uso. Jey Uso was not supposed to be in the match originally. Prayers up to Bronson Reed, man. Freak injury. Just on a regular tumble roll to break up a 3 count. Sucks to see it. You hate to see it. The man just came back from injury. Was getting so hot in the vision, man. I would have loved to see what he was going to do in the chamber. Probably some massive destruction on top of everybody. So prayers up, man. I can't wait to see what are they calling him? The Ossasaurus, I think they're calling him. Ozzilla, I think is what Cole was calling him. So prayers up. Hopefully to see Reed back sooner than later, man. Yeah. What are we saying? We got Trick. I guess it's Trick. Okay. Now Trick, I like what they're doing with Trick. A lot of people have just said Trick is an entrance, and he does it great. I love how he's stepping into those lemon pepper steppers, coming out, giving it to the crowd. The guy's electric. He knows how to work a crowd. He's great on the mic already. You saw that in NXT. You saw it in TNA. That TNA run was great for him in just hostile ground in just unfamiliar territory, taking on a lot of other guys. But yeah. So thank you. So what you just said, Cass, it's funny that he is the only heel. So let me talk about that for a minute. Let me talk about who I think is going to win. Now, Cody apparently is the odds-on favorite. I don't think so much right now. I think a lot of people are getting smart to this. Like, they're looking around and they're going to pivot. It's not going to be Cody since he's so damn obvious. Cody Drew. The tickets aren't being sold because nobody wants to see Cody Rhodes in the main event. No disrespect to Cody, man. Huge Cody fan. QB1, baby. Let's go. Like, I'm here for it. But it's how many WrestleManias you just can't keep throwing them out there year after year after year. Cass, you really got to get out of my head, man. Stop taking my thunder. Jeez. So for me, it's Randy Orton. And I think what we see here, I think we get a turn in the cage on Cody. Randy goes to Mania. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think Randy wins it in Mania. Nothing against Drew. I think Drew maybe wins it back in 2-3 months. Maybe No Mercy, something like that. Drew stays in the picture. Or maybe Drew gets drafted back over to Raw and leaves Randy over on SmackDown, because Randy and Cody's Backlash. Randy wins at Mania if that's the way they go with it, and he wins that. Boom, Backlash, Randy Cody. Book it right now. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. They kind of ducked it for a little while when Drew went out for a little bit, and then when Randy went out for a little bit. These two can tell a story. They're hella good in the ring. That's if that's your night one match. I mean, not for nothing, it sucks. Like, there's obviously 2 nights. One has the main event. The other one has to obviously Punk and Mania's Punk and Reigns is going to be night 2 of Mania, just because it's Punk and Reigns. And Punk got night 1 last year, so they're going to give him night 2 this year. But Drew and Randy is going to blow the roof off the place for night 1. It's going to be hard to follow that match, even with Roman and Punk and what they can do. Randy and Drew are going to go, man, and I'm here for it. I'm excited. So for me, Randy Orton wins. Turns on Cody. It's one of those things. He's told him before, I love you like a brother, but do not think I will not hesitate to RKO you and leave you in this ring to get what I need. and that's oh, sorry, it's the big boy right here. To get his hands on that. So I think it tells a lot of other stories. I think Cody I feel Cody and Fatu maybe might see that at Mania. It's hard to think if you're not gonna have Cody win the Chamber, you want Cody to be in a premier match as well. You don't want to just waste that. So Cody Fatu, um, Co- Co- Cody versus Sammy could be a match as well. That is brewing, and not for nothing too. Like I know it's been funny. Like Cody started showing some shades with the Kevin Owens feud way back before Kevin got injured. I hope to see him back as well soon, man. I really hope he gets one more run before hanging it up with that neck injury. Cody started showing the kinks in the good guy armor, in the politician armor. You know, we were like 2 weeks short of just starting to let his hair grow and get some little black in there, stop dyeing it blonde. Start coming out smoking a cigar or something. Right. Cody's the low key, is a very low key heel, low key heel, in how he talks to Sami Zayn and how he acts a certain way towards certain people. He's definitely a low key heel, but still trying to be the good guy and trying to fight the good fight and say the right things, which everyone accuses him of all the time. Being the politician, saying the right things to the crowd, to keep the crowd behind him. Eventually, that's got to run out, and I think it would be wild if they lean. I don't know if they lean into it. If 2026, Cody did just come out and say his last contract, his next contract will be his last in WWE. Obviously, he's never going to go anywhere. He said he wants to get into developmental. He wants to, NXT, help train, things like that, carry on the legacy from Dusty Rhodes, baby. So, do they lean into a heel Cody in 2026 after Mania? I think the people want it. You're going to boo the hell out of him, but you're going to love booing him, though. Heel Cody is gold. Go back and watch some heel Codys. A little bit in AEW. Wasn't too much, but on the indies, oh, man. Heel Cody is just cinema. This man, you think he's good at saying the right things to people. He knows all the wrong things to say to people. Like in TNA, he had a great run as a heel, man. Oh, I'm here for it. Again, he'd be the one you love to hate. I think, oh man, it'd be amazing. Yeah, Cass, exactly. Jacob's the same way. I mean, Jacob's so hard. They're trying so hard to get him over as a heel, but just they love him so much. Love him. Fatu's going to be amazing. He looks great dropping some LBs, man. He's always been great, but man, he's looked phenomenal shape. He's, again, another guy who's going to be a problem down the road. So, LA Knight, I hope he makes it to the Chamber. I really do. I don't know what they got planned for him. I've heard the Brock Lesnar stuff, but I think that's gotten another bad taste. We're just throwing Brock into the Chamber or throwing Brock into another match at Mania and Knight into another match without Mania. Where's the buildup? Again, I understand you can't make a story with every match and you have injuries, people dropping like flies. You got to throw things in. If Brock's in night one in LA, if it's Brock in LA Knight, it's going to be the first match in night one so Brock can get back on the jet and leave. Like, and who says Brock even wants to build a story? Maybe he's like, listen, yeah, you want me here? Yeah, I'll take on this guy, but I'm just going to go in and kick his ass. He's going to miss his shot at the Chamber. I'm going to go take it, and I'm just going to beat his ass at WrestleMania. Like, I need a build-up. Is Brock going to show up? He's on the road. He's on the road to WrestleMania. But that's why this past Monday night led me to believe they're getting out of that, and they're going to pivot. They wouldn't have shown all the dates. And just to do an angle at Elimination Chamber to beat the hell out of LA Knight and take a spot when we're going to apparently do an open challenge on the road to WrestleMania. Doesn't make sense to me. They definitely threw that in there either to swerve everybody or because they're getting away from that LA Knight stuff and they're going a different direction with Brock. For me, it should be over Femi. And I think Brock knows what's up, and I think Brock puts him over. Brock knows what's up, does best for business. He's a new Brock Lesnar, not out there just, the Goldberg, the WrestleMania 20 Brock Lesnar, where he's like, screw you, like to Goldberg and stuff like that. I think he does what's best for business. He knows what's up. Putting someone like Oba Femi, you really, really put a stamp on someone like Oba. And personally, I think Gunther continues the retirement tour when they get down to they get up to SummerSlam in Minneapolis. I think he retires Brock Lesnar, puts his ass to sleep. Can't remember the last time Brock Lesnar tapped. I know it happened once or twice, maybe once, probably to Kurt Angle, and it's somewhere in their feud. But definitely puts Brock down right there in Minnesota, and Brock goes off into the sunset. There you go. So Javon Evans, again, I think I love Javon. All these NXT guys, I got love for all these guys. I've watched them. I watched the product. I watched these guys come up. Oh man, and Javon's so young. He's got so much talent. Love to see him put a little more muscle on, but other than that, man, don't go too big. He's got to stay bouncy. That's the gimmick. And just the man literally almost pauses in the air when he does what he does. It's amazing, amazing stuff. But Javon is obviously in there. He's gonna do a cutter off one of the pods. He's gonna do something crazy off one of the pods. And again, you need that. That's what it used to be. RVD used to get into the pods. You need to put the high flyers in. What I'm not looking forward to is Jey Uso, who's not even supposed to be in there in the first place, running it back on top of a pod, yeeting on top of the pod. I'm not a big listen. I like Jey Uso. To me, it's botchamania when this guy's wrestling. I mean, you see it every single week, and I love the heart. I love the passion. I love that he's just such a great connection with the crowd, and they're just into what he does. But man, just a little too sloppy for my liking. On the mic, it's you feel me? Let me tell you, it's just the same stuff. It's like he doesn't know what he's gonna say. And I'm not here to shit on Jey Uso, but I would have rathered El Grande Americano in the damn chamber. Like, obviously I'm sure it's gonna be OG Grande against, Kaiser's Grande. Probably in a mass versus mass match, whatever happens for that. But yeah, Randy Orton's gonna walk out of there. We're gonna see the turn on Cody, and I think that starts to put Cody in a tailspin. I think the first Monday night, that first Raw after, I think Cody's there, doing something, and kind of bumps into Sammy, and is like, "What's up? What's going on? What are we doing?" Or they save it for Friday night, whatever they want to do. The Raw after is going to be big. So, because I think you already have the thing is you already have the champions on Raw set with their challengers. So the challengers here are going all the way. You have to wait till Friday night. So I'm sure they'll make an appearance, do something on Raw. But definitely, I can see Sammy kind of getting that lick back on Cody, being like, what happened there, buddy? You know what I mean? And like Cody and Sammy, I see that. Cody and Fatu, I can see that as well. Whatever it is, Cody's greatest storytelling is gonna be a hell of a build. Great stuff to see. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. It's gonna be good. But I think Randy gets the win here. I think he gets the win at Mania as well, and gets that strap. I think that's number 15 for him. So 14, 15. I think it's 15. I think it's number 15. He's probably got a little bit left in the tank. I can see him getting to 16. However they got to make it happen. I can see them getting him to 16. So that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I think overall the PLE, you're going to see a lot of pivoting, a lot of backstage stuff. And again, whoever's popping out of the box, if it was Danhausen, they're probably running around trying to figure out someone else. Because if the cat's out of the box, cat's out of the bag, or cat's out of the box, people are not happy about Danhausen. Again, if you're someone that's a fan, hey, that's great, that's awesome, cool stuff. But I just feel like the casual WWE fan is everything. Is not the guy, the weird guy with paint from AEW, or the indie guy with the teeth. So again, hopefully they present him in a good way. And not for nothing too, if you see that box, they showed like the side of it, like when they were talking to Pierce the other day. That thing is long. It's not like a little crate where it's just someone stands it. That thing has like a back to it. So whatever it is, like there's gonna be something inside to pop out. I've heard everything, but something to do with 2K, WWE 2K, something with that. I've heard so many people who's coming out of the box, man. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be nuts. It's not Jericho. Maybe it is Jericho, and we're all getting swerved. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So yeah, AJ Lee walking out your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. I got CM Punk retaining because the Judgment Day screwing over Finn Balor, but CM Punk retaining as your World Heavyweight Champion. Raquel Rodriguez. So you got double trouble in the Judgment Day. Both ladies going after gold at WrestleMania night 1 and night 2, and you have Randy Orton going back to his old self, hearing the voices, turning on Cody Rhodes, ultimately to get the 1, 2, 3. and going for that going for that WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre night one of WrestleMania. So I'm excited. I get to go. I'm going to be out there that Friday. I'm landing. I'll be out there all weekend, heading home for Monday afternoon. Very pumped. So if you're going to be out there, let me know, man. Get up in the X, get up in the DMs. Let me know, man. We'll get together. We'll get some drinks, take some pictures, man. Enjoy some wrestling together. I've already got a couple of friends I'm going to be meeting out there. They've already reached out, so I'm excited for it. My first WrestleMania. I think they're going to do it right to get the card. They'll get the card in shape. It'll make sense. But yeah, excited for it. So speaking of WrestleMania, speaking of all that stuff, listen, speaking of X, if you haven't been on our X yet, go check out our pinned tweet. We are giving away not one, not two, not three, all four copies of WWE 2K26. All you got to do is go to our pinned tweet on X. The instructions are very, very simple. We've already gotten quite a few entries. It's a week long, so it started last night. It's going to go till next Tuesday. After NXT next week, we're going to be playing in NXT Live. We'll talk about NXT, obviously, with all these new champions. I'm sure we're going to see some new rivalries as well. So we'll be talking about that a little bit. And obviously, at the end of that, we're going to talk about and announce the 4 winners. And then obviously let you guys up, get you those games. This game looks amazing. I know every year they're toting it as the biggest roster ever, but some of the things, it looks like they've really gotten into the engine here and made some changes. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really good. Every year, I'm excited, but this year looks really good. Aside from the roster, just the match types, the draft is in there now, and just visually wise, it looks really, really good. So I'm excited for that as well. So go over to our X, check that out. And while you're over there, if you're not already, shoot us a follow. We follow back 110%. So definitely let us know. And also, too, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're not already, man, I think like right now, 56% of you that are watching aren't subscribed. We're on the road to 1,000 followers. We get there, we're going to do a massive giveaway. Don't know what it is yet. I got a lot of signed paraphernalia. I got a lot of belts with signatures on them. So we're going to do a big giveaway when we get to the 1,000 follower mark. So help us get there. I think we're 320 away or something like that. So but yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you guys coming in as always. A little bit of a hiatus at the end of the last year. We're back. We're hungry. We're not doing the weekly stuff anymore. We're coming in here for prediction shows. We got some interviews lined up coming as we get closer to WrestleMania. Trying to knock down some interviews as well. WrestleMania weekend, talking to some people. Going to be out there. I'm going to be at WrestleCon. So if you're going to WrestleCon, let me know what day. No, actually, Cass, CVV is not going to be. Are you telling me you're going to see CVV? Because I reached out to him. I think I tweeted at him, and actually the show is Thursday night, I believe, or Wednesday. It's not during the weekend. I got to meet CVV at SummerSlam this past year. Cool guy. I'm sure he's gonna be at WrestleCon. He's gonna be at Mania. I'm hoping to link up with him again for a little bit. So, but yeah, I'll be at WrestleCon as well. And I'm staying. I'm not gonna tell everyone where I'm staying. I'm not gonna go crazy and give my whole damn itinerary, my personal life up. But where we're staying, we're gonna be close to the Karrion Kross show that's gonna be going on Saturday night. So after Mania, I'm gonna be running my ass over there to see Karrion. Pumped to see him. It's just going to be such a great. Oh, you're seeing him this Friday? That's awesome. That is awesome. I thought you meant WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, he's going to be out there, but his show I think is on Wednesday or Thursday, so I'm going to be missing that. I'm really upset. I really want to see him, but yeah. So definitely let me know if you can be out there, man. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I got a whole itinerary list of things to do out there on top of wrestling as well. Awesome. So with that being said, again, let me remind you, please. Shoot us a follow over on X. We follow back. And if you're not already, please hit the bell downstairs. Give me that. Hit the bell. Shoot me a subscribe. If there's anything else you do, man, hit that thumbs up. Give me that like if you liked what you heard today, man. It helps me in the algorithm. Helps me immensely with YouTube. Very much appreciated. So with that being said, I'm John Anthony, guys. We will talk to you Saturday night after Elimination Chamber.